Boom. All right. Breakfast burrito. As you know, we're going to prepare something ahead of time so that when life gets busy, throws you a curveball, right? Your progress isn't affected because you're already prepared, right? If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. This is why we're going to prep our meals. All right. So we're going to start here. I have 2 pounds of organic ground beef. Now, is it really organic? I hope so because I paid for it. But you never know. Anyway, so we're going to get this going. And we're also going to get some egg whites going and then some tortillas. So 4 ingredients for this: ground beef, egg whites, tortillas, and some sort of cheese. If you're counting calories, make sure you go with the low-fat version. And so boom, our pan should be hot enough. We're going to grab some butter. Just a little bit, not too much. Just kind of spread it on there. We're gonna throw our ground beef in there. Just one. Actually, this might be organic ground beef, and you could tell by how red it is. Here's our second one. All right. Just breaking this up so that it all cooks evenly. Alright, so I kind of just chop that up so that it cooks evenly. The number one reason why people can't stick to their diet is because whatever they're eating sucks and it tastes like shit. This is why this is one of the most important things. You gotta season your food. Just because you're eating healthy doesn't mean you gotta eat fucking terrible tasting shit. So what I'm gonna use here is a little bit of garlic salt. Man, keep those energy vampires away, you know what I mean? Boom. A little bit of paprika. If you don't like paprika, that's cool. I don't really taste it even too much. It does add a little bit of flavor though, but yeah, you could skip this if you don't want it. But yeah, mainly just find whatever seasoning you like. And make sure it doesn't have a bunch of bullshit, right? Like this is just ingredients that I would buy individually and put on here anyway. Sea salt, garlic, whatever. And I just season it. Don't be afraid. The only time you should be afraid of seasonings is if you're using like a marinade of some sort or anything like that. Because usually that has extra added shit. That's either gonna have calories or a fuck ton of sugar, anything like that. You wanna be careful for. You wanna be careful with. You know what I mean? I'm a little stoned off the Benjamin, so don't mind me. That's the only way to cook from the soul, though. The only way to cook from the soul. Take a couple hits off the good old Benjamin and get to work. So we're gonna let that cook. While that's going, we ain't got time to waste. Time is money. We gotta make money. Let's go. So we're gonna get the tortillas going and the egg whites. This whole meal prep thing should take you like an hour tops. Here we have another pan. The egg whites don't stick, you know. And we're gonna cook probably the whole container if I'm gonna be real with you. Cause that's a lot of ground beef, so I think we're gonna get a lot of burritos. Make one of these. Boom. So we should be able to get 4 burritos out of this one. And so whatever meat we have left over, we'll just put it to the side. Boom. As you can see, everything's starting to cook. We're going to chop it up a little more. Make sure everything cooks evenly. Egg whites are going. So same thing. I'm just going to bring the part that's cooked to the center. Make sure everything cooks evenly. Just let it do its thing. You could season your egg whites too. I'm just not gonna because the beef is gonna give it flavor. But typically if I'm having eggs, I'm gonna have like sea salt or like pink Himalayan salt and like pepper. You don't need much for eggs. Eggs are delicious just how they are. Egg whites do taste like shit though. But again, Some meals are meant to be enjoyed. Some meals are just fuel, right? So if we go all week, all month, all year, just enjoying every single little thing that goes in our mouth, it gets harder for you to reach your goals and eat nutritious, right? You know, it's a lot bigger than just wanting to look good. A lot of the times when we eat like shit, we're also going to feel like shit. Your energy ain't going to be there. You know what I mean? You're going to probably have some anxiety depending on the bullshit that we're all eating. So, yeah, you want to eat good because you like to feel good. And eventually, once you get into a nice habit of consistently eating stuff that nourishes your body, you'll start to realize when you eat something that doesn't, because now you'll have a baseline of your body functioning how it's supposed to, feeling good, you know, looking good, and then you eat something like Wingstop or something like that. You'll realize it. You'll feel like your blood pressure will probably be all high. You know, you'll be more anxious because of it. Your stomach will be all bloated. You'll be uncomfortable. So it's a lot bigger than just wanting to look good and have good biceps or abs. Boom. Just like that, egg whites are done. Meat's almost done. Look at the motherfucker. Sizzling. Yeah, I used the same spatula for both. It's my motherfucking kitchen. I do what the hell I want. I never got sick. You know, if you get sick just by that, then maybe, you know, you got to take a couple vitamins. Don't worry. We're going to talk about that too. Throw a little more seasoning on there. Again, you can't be afraid of it. Voila. And again, we're doing a burrito because it's easy to just grab and go. So we eliminate the chance of you skipping the first meal of the day, right? So because we eliminate the random act of you skipping your meals because you weren't ready, we're already starting you off with some momentum. Life is about momentum. You want to keep momentum going in the way that you want. When life fucks you up, you're going in the momentum that you don't want to be in. That's why you feel like shit. So something as small as prepping your meal, prepping your burrito so you could grab and go, it's going to set you off where you want to be. You got to, before you fight, you got to get to the fight. And if you can't even get to the fight, then we're lost. But we're not going to be lost because we're going to be prepared. We ain't got time to waste. Let's get the tortillas ready so we could just put it all together. This is what we'll be using. I got it at Sprouts. Nothing special. I just like the way they taste. And they're good macros. Only 140 calories, 28 carb, 2 protein. But we ain't counting that. We counting this, the egg white and the beef. Boom. So let's get that going. Get that fire hotter. We ain't got time to waste. We got shit to do. Money to make. Money to make. People to see. You got to shake a few hands. Kiss a few babies. And you're on your way. Shout out Chris Jones. Meanwhile, I'm going to have a little sparkling ice. You got to treat the chef. I've been fasting all day. All right, so here's my tortilla. And my scale so we can get our macros. Ooh, right there. It'll be kind of hard to see a little bit. No, perfect. All right, so we got our scale. It's set to grams. 1 serving of cheese is 30 grams, so we'll go ahead and do 1 serving. Boom. All right, so there it is, 30 grams. And then we're gonna zero it out. Then we're gonna go to ounces so we can measure our ground beef. Let's do 2.5. Boom, there it is. Lastly, we'll go back to grams and we'll do Let's do 100 grams of egg whites. Perfect. All right. What I'm gonna do next is grab some foil. Here's our foil. Here's our burrito. We're gonna fold the back, and then we're gonna fold the back, one of the sides, and then finally the other side. We're gonna place that in here. Wrap it up, and it's ready to go. We're gonna do that 4 times, so we have lunch all the way out till Thursday. So here's the finished product. We're gonna make 4 of these, so we have food from Monday till Thursday. And then Friday, we'll just figure it out, right? Thursday, we should be able to know what's going on, but this is how we're gonna stay on track with our breakfast. And look below for the macros on this.